Hello everyone, this is Tony. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Trophy Food Experiences. Today I'm really pleased to do a review of a recent lunch I had at Candlenut, which is a one-star Michelin restaurant serving Peranakan cuisine. And so this is in Singapore. It's in the Dempsey development, and it's 17A Dempsey Road in Singapore. It's a little bit away from the center of town, but the development's got a lot of vibrant retail shops and restaurants. So it's kind of a very nice place to go. And the first impression, you look like you're in colonial Singapore. So it's quite a relaxing atmosphere. First impressions were very, very good. We were greeted right away at the door, not only by the hostess and receptionist, but also by a lot of other people, and everyone had a smile on their face. Everyone was very friendly, and sometimes it's really important to do that, especially with Michelin Star restaurants. There is a bit of hesitation, you know, when you go to a really good restaurant. There's a little bit of an intimidation factor, but these guys were really so nice about it, and our server Felix was excellent. And then our manager, Michael, they just took so good care of us. Unpretentious service, really casual, but they really knew their stuff also. So they really knew the food quality. They were very, very good at kind of just making us feel very relaxed. We were there at lunch. It was busy, but it wasn't packed to the T. So I think people in Singapore probably don't know what they have here. And I think this is a very, very unique restaurant that you can't find many places in the world. So I really think if you're going to go to Singapore, check out this restaurant. This is, I'm sure there are other Michelin Star restaurants, but this is something that I haven't seen anywhere else in the world. Quick video of the decor of the room. We decided to go with their tasting menu at lunch. It's their Taste of Candlenut for $108 per person. And we didn't really know what we wanted. We were not familiar with Peranakan cuisine, so we thought we'd just try this, and it ended up being very good because there's lots of different bite-size and edible things, so it was great. So this was the first couple of appetizers, the 3 appetizers. The first one in the bottom is the kupa tea shell with Boston lobster, turmeric curry, roasted candlenut, and kaffir lime leaf. Was exceptional, one bite. And then the second one was a deep fried homemade yam cake with boo kalak XO sauce and sakura abbey. I'm not a big yam person, so although it was pleasant, it's not my favorite dish. But again, these are bite-sized starters, so I really like the idea that we got to taste a bit of everything. The other thing I like that once we ordered the Taste of Candlenut menu, they gave us a little sheet which listed the dishes for us, so that I don't have to research it up. And sometimes, you know, restaurants can be so secretive about their menus and stuff like that, but I can't remember what ingredients are in certain foods and stuff like that. So it's really useful to go back and especially for me, if I'm doing a video on it, to actually kind of remember what I've eaten and to be able to describe it in a little bit more detail. So this is the other appetizer that we got. This is the charcoal grilled Japanese A5 Wagyu beef satay with kinkat mayonnaise glaze. This was exceptional. So I love Wagyu, and I can tell you this was melt in your mouth Wagyu. So and the other thing is they were really good about there was structure to it. So they told us, you know, you eat the Boston lobster first, then the yam cake, then the Wagyu. I like that without being, you know, authoritarian, but it was really good that, you know, they kind of went through the meal with us and in a very polite manner. Short video of the appetizers, and then we moved on to the soup, which is a bakwan kapiting soup, a blue simmer crab chicken tofu balls with tofu puff, bamboo shoot, rich chicken broth boiled for 4 hours. I'm not, again, a big tofu puff person or bean curd type person, but the soup broth was excellent and really comforting. So I like this dish also. This is a short video of the 5 main courses. that were served together. And again, I'll go through each one of them a little bit more carefully in the video. I did not get a picture of the rojak jiuhu, which is Malabar spinach, cuttlefish, aburi tofu puff, homemade rojak sauce, local herbs, and ginger flour. So that was kind of a salad dish. This is the next one, which is the tilor goreng masak lemak, which is Friends organic free-range fried egg with lemak sauce, ikan bilis sebal, cucumber, fried shallot, and coriander. Kind of like a vegetarian type dish in my mind, and it's really I thought it was good. It wasn't my favorite of the dishes just because I'm not a big vegetarian person. I am a meat eating person, so I generally tend to like those dishes a little bit better, but I like this dish. This is the next dish, which is the udang nanas, which is wild caught king tiger prawn, Sarawak pineapple, nanas, lemak sauce, and laksa leaf. Again, the star of this dish is the king tiger prawn. They were huge, and you'll see it in the next dish picture that I put it on rice. The sauce was wonderful. Not overly spiced, so that was good. Peranakan cuisine, we'll talk about it in the next video, but it's kind of a mixture of different Asian kind of cultures, Chinese, Malay, and Indonesian. So it's kind of a grab bag of all the best of the different cuisines. So I really like this. It wasn't on the spicy side, but it was still flavorful. So this is the picture of the prawn on rice. So Peranakan cuisine is kind of local in Singapore. It's a mix of Chinese, Malay, and Indonesian cuisine. Spicy, aromatic, and really homey type food in terms of just down to earth. It's not pretentious. It's for just regular eating, and I really enjoyed that about this food. Whether I enjoyed specific things, I enjoyed it because it was kind of home style. It was very comfort type food, and it was unpretentious and just good ingredients. And once you have good ingredients and a good chef can deal with it, it just comes out, it's always interesting and it's flavorful. Next was the K bakok, which is a charcoal grilled to ti san chicken marinated with spices and coconut milk with bilambing sambal. Again, I love the different spices. You're not used to them. There's a little bit of lime there that I squeezed on the chicken. We just ate this up. Again, I love chicken, and it was just the spice and not like heat, but spice and flavorful. So I really enjoyed that kind of feeling in my mouth and just experiencing the kind of unique kind of different type of spices. The next dish was the babi ponte, and we had said that someone in our party didn't eat pork, so it was supposed to be slow cooked Iberico pork cheek. Instead, they substituted wagyu beef, which I'm fine with that, with shiitake mushroom, potato, green chili, and coriander. Again, that mix of spices, it's spicy but not hot in terms of it doesn't have the heat, but very flavorful, very rich. I also will mention that I had just a glass of wine. I wasn't with drinkers, so I had a glass myself, and I had the Julian Pinot Rhone White, which is a Marsan Roussanne blend. It was $19 a glass. Okay, I mean, I don't think it was ridiculous. So I enjoyed that with all the food, and I think it matched very well with the spice. Mentioned that all the dishes were served family style, so it's great for sharing, and it was sufficient for sure for lunch. Now we go to the desserts. The first one is a kumquat ginger honey, so kind of a palate cleanser. It's homemade kumquat jam, wild tea, tree honey, granita, and ginger espuma. Wonderful dish. I really enjoyed this. Very refreshing, very light. And as compared to, if you look at my Amber video, that's a 2-star Michelin restaurant. They had a kind of a similar item, and I thought that was good, but I think this is even better. So it's really unique, and I think they've done a great job in giving this Asian spin, and in particular this Peranakan spin to the food. And then the last thing was this small little cookie. It's a kun bangkit. It's a coconut milk cookie, coconut cream, and grated coconut. And you're thinking to yourself, it's such a small little thing. How could it be the dessert? Let me tell you, this was, I don't even like coconut, and it was like delicious. It's one of the best desserts I've had. That and I just wanted more. That's the only complaint I would have, that the desserts are too small. Like, this was like delicious, and you can't even believe it because it's so small, but it's so flavorful. It's it's great in the mouth. It's just, oh, I couldn't believe it. I could have used like 6 of these if they gave them to me. So anyways, delicious dessert. Only thing was, it's too small. Wasn't prepared to leave, so I wanted to get a glass of their Madeira, which I don't see very often. I love Madeira, and as a wine lover, I love that they have that on their menu. So this is Justino Madeira. It is a, and I'll show you the bottle after this one, but you know, I had a glass. It was $24. It's a 1997 Cojita vintage. But we're just talking with manager Michael. He's such a great guy. I think their wine list is quite good because it's accessible. It's not overly priced. They've got some expensive stuff, but a lot of stuff that's very reasonable, like $40 or $50 a bottle, $17 to $20 a glass. I think that's pretty reasonable. They also had some, I said, you know, perfect pairing with Madeira is almonds, and they kind of somehow scrounged up some, I guess, unroasted almonds for me. So that was really special. And then this is the bottle, the Justino Cojita 1997. All in all, spectacular lunch. I love the cuisine, very unique. And I guess this shows a bit of the old world bias that Michelin has. I can't see how Michelin can be giving 2 stars to a restaurant like Amber in Hong Kong that is very good, but is giving kind of more westernized, like you know, European cuisine, and they don't give this restaurant a 2-star. The service was spectacular, friendly. The food is unique, but it's Asian, and so unfortunately, I think there is a bias in that sense. I wish that didn't happen, because to me, this is definitely a 1-star Michelin restaurant, probably 2 stars. It is not pretentious. It's not white tablecloth, but I think if Michelin is true to its word and say they only care about food and not the surroundings and not the service, then I think this restaurant deserves 2 stars. That's my personal opinion. Until next time, happy eating.